Hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am literally here every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe and have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we've got a fantastic community here because of your kindness. You have been so kind to each other. You have been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed. So yeah, there's a lot. I don't even have my desk quite ready because it's just me, all on my own, all by myself. Anyway, I'm fine. But I need to move my stuff and put the blanket down so the noise doesn't deafen you. Okay, while I'm doing that, I wanted to, thank you, Kristen. I wanted to point out yesterday, I had put up this, and we had gone through it. Why should you vote for Joe Biden? Why you should be happy to vote for Joe Biden, why I cannot even begin to understand how you could possibly vote for this human bag of scum. Yeah, I don't get it. So I put this up, and I'm glad people liked it. And people asked me to put on the community page. So I did. I put the square version because when I am done, so I'm just gonna put my hair up in a just going to put my hair up here for a second. When every day when I finish the live stream, I pick out a cover. I make a cover, and I make a square version that goes on Instagram and Facebook. So I put the square version on the community page. The link to that is in the description box right now. So if you want to see it, or you want to go through it yourself, or you want to share it, it is there. Also, in the comments yesterday, I had requests for a PDF version. So this morning, I made a PDF version. Matter of fact, I even updated one of the details about the loan forgiveness. The link, it's a PDF. It's actually stored on OneDrive, and the direct link to that is also in the description box right now. Okay, and this is why I'm running late because I want to make sure I got that. There, one of these days. All right, so there's that. Also, I wanted to point out two, for lack of a better word, tweets. And I wanted to bring it to your attention to political cartoons I ran across. Links to all, or certainly, well, the tweets actually, it has the name of the people who tweeted in the description box. So I can say that at 3:50, I wanted to point out to you that Rob Woodyard, a few days ago, wrote, "It shan't be long until America learns the truth about J.D. Vance. That his initials do not, in fact, stand for Jethro Darryl, but rather Jeeves DuMont." Oh, there's a lot of truth to that. And if you look at his chart, he's a Leo. And I want to say he's got something important in Capricorn. And it's like, oh, because when those two signs go bad, talk about looking down on people. Unbelievable. So anyway, the other thing I wanted to point out was from Ron Filipowski, who a few days ago wrote, The reason why I'm now convinced Trump didn't lose a piece of his ear is because he would have put it up for auction by now. Oh, it's funny because it's true. Nettie, Autumn, do I have your permission to print them out and get them posted or pass them out to people? Absolutely. It has black and orange tarot and astrology, little tiny words down here. Go ham. I hope it brings you joy and helps some people kind of see the truth. Anyway. So the other thing I wanted to bring to you, because it's just, there's a lot. There were 2 political cartoons. There are direct links, and I want to give a shout out to both of the artists. This first one is by Mike Lukovic. And again, post most of his stuff at creators.com, and the link is in the description. This political cartoon also this other one is by someone who calls themselves Lalo Alcatraz, Lalo Alcatraz, and the link that was posted on Daily Costs, the link is in the description box. Why do people vote against their own interests? I don't know. And yet the heart, even when they're walled out. Did I see a boo-boo? I think I saw a boo-boo somewhere. Anyway. So the link, again, is in the description box. So I wanted to share all that with you. Whew. Oh, thank you, Warm Halo. Okay. So, all right. So we've covered the tweets and the political cartoons. Blessed AOC. So we're going to jump into the readings at like 8:15, 8:20. Thank you for being here. Imagi just said, I just saw a feed on Midas Touch from AOC on the consequences of replacing Biden, and they want to replace Harris. What do you see around this issue and the consequences? Nothing good. I would, do I have the links here? Or do I just have it in a, yeah, I think I've just got an article open somewhere, tab. I didn't get a chance to put it in here. But basically, months and months ago, there were people explaining that it's kind of too late to switch. Kind of, yeah, that ship has sailed. It's July 21st. And this is America. You can't change. You can't change lanes that dramatically this late in the situation. Okay, but I'll need to push this aside and put this up here. And I'm just in the mood for good old faithful. Where's my, there it is. There's a purple. All right, I have a blankie so it won't make horrible noises. All right. No, I'm not going to use Faith. Okay, I end up going back to the Pulp Tarot. So Xander Taylor says everything is on a schedule, election-wise. Yes, and there are date limits, and we are past them to get people on ballots to, yeah, a T10. And they, of course, they don't want Harris. Of course not. Yeah. So let me go down here. Visualize 70. Yes, when you change horses midstream, you tend to drown. I'm not sure. I personally can't think in history of when they changed candidates at the very, very last minute. But I heard someone talking about it and said that it has been done, and it's a good way to lose. I don't know if it has been done, but it is a good way to lose. So, and anybody who's listening to Joe Manchin today, Joe Manchin can get stuffed. Yeah. So why is anyone listening to him? I don't know. Okay. Let's make this 11:20 and the consequences of replacing Biden. What do you see on this issue of the consequences? All right, let me do an overloaded Celtic. This might, because there are a number of questions about this. So Betty Cantrell says the rich want to rule. Yeah. Yeah. And the super rich, kind of tech bro-y types who were Democrats have suddenly thought, well, I'd have to pay taxes. Well, we can't have that. And if women lose their lives and children end up tortured, as long as I don't have to pay 25% tax on my billions of dollars. You can tell I have zero patience for that nonsense. Anyway. I was going to do an overloaded Celtic. Yes, let's do an overloaded Celtic on this. Biden potentially stepping down. They don't want Harris. They don't want Biden. The donors. And AOC was saying that people she was talking to, they weren't saying the voters, my voters. She was saying my donor, my main donor, my main donor, my main donor. Mm-hmm. Mary Meyer, I don't understand why the Democrats trust women in this election. Okay, I'm very confused by that. Anyway, Biden-Harris, 2024, the election, rolling of eyes. Exactly, Fran. Do these people understand that if Trump wins, he's going to make sure they pay him something in the end? Yes, yes, yes. Far-right victory. 25% tax. How much tax are people paying who make $100,000, $200,000? Would you have tens of millions and or billions of dollars, but you don't want to pay tax? Well, if you're going to be a part of civilization, then you need to be a part of civilization. If you're going to get the benefits of civilization, you need to be a part of civilization. See, I'm getting annoyed. I'm getting annoyed. Oh, it's not helpful. Yoy. Yeah, and the fact is, they don't want they want Biden to step aside, but they don't want Harris. Okay. In the past, Harris wouldn't have even been able to be the vice president. Thank heavens she is now. Thank heavens we have evolved as a country enough that Kamala Harris is the vice president. About time. Center of the reading. Well, people are worried about money. Things are, there has been inflation. There are people who are struggling. We're not making light of that. But you also have to put it in perspective. And Trump is not going to help you. Especially, random person, what's that horrible thing they call, like a rando? Like people who don't matter. Well, I'm a rando. And let me tell you, I know there is nothing in the Republican policies that is going to help me. And I am a white woman, and I do actually live in suburbia. And there's not one single thing the Republicans are going to do that's going to help me, let alone help me live and promote my beliefs about community, country, decency, equality. But I know, look, things are expensive. I get that. But we're actually doing better than other parts of the world. Anyway, hanging above this, Ace of Pentacles. Well, this isn't money like you and I have. This is the big money. I mean, look at the perspective of what's on the ground and what's in the air. Big money. Page of Swords. I have all this money, but I'm not dictating what's going to happen. Shock. Base the reading. King of Pentacles and the Lovers. The Republicans and the MAGA cult. That's the base of this. Why? Let's put it this way. J.D. Vance is calling for Joe Biden to step down. J.D. Vance, Trump's vice presidential pick to run with. He's calling for it. Republicans are calling for Joe to step down. So why are you? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. I don't get this. I don't understand. Home environment. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, not only to see anybody who's aging, and none of us are getting younger, but the backstabbing. The hopes and fears. It's a fear that Trump's going to win. That is a part of it too. But what other people see, the Eight of Pentacles, it's a con to make more money. It's also this. You will find that a lot of this is being pushed online by bots and what have you. And let's be perfectly clear, they don't have to be bots from overseas. The Republican Party has their own bots. All right, the challenge. Women are going to vote, and frankly, they're going to vote for Democrats in a way they haven't before. They're going to vote in numbers, and people who believe in women's rights and equality are going to vote in high numbers. And whatever these donors are trying to do and keep control of things. So, yes. No, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to do this one. Thank you. And thank you for the comments. Just Me says they don't understand Agenda 47. And anything Trump is saying about, I don't know what Project 2025 is. Go look at who not only created it, but is promoting it and supporting it. It's everybody who worked for Trump. He's lying. Surprise. All right, near future, the world and the Empress. There's going to be a big ending right here. Like, we're done. We're done talking about this. Final outcome, Ace of Wands. Hanged Man, Nine of Wands. Wands, for me, this is still the right. This is still the far right. This is big trouble on Trump's side. Let me get more information on this World card and Empress. World card is an end to an era, an end to a way of life, the way things were. It's done. It's over. Goodbye. The argument's over. The whatever it was, it's done. It's history. The Empress is my card for not only America, but women. So T. Tenny says, vote for your granddaughters. Yes. Hello, Patricia. So the World card and the Empress. The World card. What is the World card about? Hopefully we're looking at the end of this nonsense about having a dictator. Also, I've been getting some catastrophe cards around Trump. And when I was reading on Vance's future, and I assumed it was Trump. We'll talk about that in a minute, because I wonder if it's Vance. I was watching Diane, Lisa, and Lori reading on Vance and his marriage and his extracurricular activities. If they weren't such hypocrites, I wouldn't care. But the World card. Hello, dear heart. Do you want to be covered up so you can get a nap? Oh, he's a good boy. Huh, interesting. Excuse me, sweetheart. Okay, there you go. Here, lay down. All right, I'll just hold that there for a minute. So, see, if I thought that Joe Biden was going to step down, I would expect to see King of Cups, like the King of Cups and the Tower. That would be like, okay. I never get that. Hi. What do you think? Because I've got the Star. Ace of Swords, the truth. Joe Biden tells the truth. Ace of Wands and the Star. They've been pushing this really hard to try to get rid of Joe. There's rancor and trying to stir the pot on the right. We know that. There are a whole bunch of two-faced people, scam artists. Oh, cards are kitty approved. And a lot of this is about money or people who, if you're a politician, you have to be able to raise money. That's the way things are. It shouldn't be, but Louis says my screen just went white. That's true. Brett is saying, does this mean the truth about behind this agenda will come out before the election? I wonder if the truth has already come out. But Joe Biden with, is it 4? Does he have 4 Scorpio planets and his moon, including his sun, and his moon is in Taurus? Those are fixed signs. They don't, you don't push them. You don't, There's some steel down in there. They don't move. And these people are kidding themselves if they think that's the case. Page of Swords, Knight of Wands. There's the King of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles. It's the Republican dynasty King of Swords. Yeah, this is more like this move. It's going to move on. This is not a this talking points not just go on and on and on. That's the Trump dynasty. That's your Jack Smith type. And there's been all of this screeching to try to hurt Joe Biden. But they don't, I'm guessing that these people don't actually know who they're dealing with. Because if he doesn't want to step down, he ain't stepping down. Nettie Mortimer says they know if Joe wins, Republicans will never win an election ever again. Well, I wish that was true, but certainly not going to help them. T. Teddy says Biden will win. Yes. Cynthia O'Keefe, isn't he a Sagittarian? Joe Biden? No, my understanding is he's a Scorpio. Fellow Scorpio. Excuse me. Right on the, because of the cat hair, I think anyway, but right on the edge of my nose. A little itch. Thank you. All right. So that I went through as much of that as I could. Well, this is another way to look at it. 28 minutes in. Let's have a look. Let's combine a couple of questions here because they're all from Imagi, Winged Victory, and Steve, and Karen B. It's all questions about the donors. Is the reason the donors don't want Biden to run because it's taxing the rich? Okay, I think we've just answered that. Former federal prosecutor John P. Flannery did a video saying those seeking to remove Biden are ultra-wealthy donors who would face Biden's proposed 25% tax. Oh, no. Steve was asking, evidently Harris was on the conference call with 300 donors on Friday. They weren't happy. Can you do a general read on the donor group? And Karen B was saying, please read on the Silicon Valley pressure on Democratic leadership to replace Biden on the ticket. So let's have a look. Are they going to get their way? Yes, Bratu. Oh, poor rich people. Cynthia Keefe says, reader said she did Joe's chart yesterday and he's a Sag. Anyway, donors, are you going to get your way? Donors, are you going to get your way? Should I serve the reading up on a golden tray? if you go back to the 1950s, Tigers of Felice is 29 degrees Scorpio. Thank you. If you go back to the 1950s, the Republicans act as if that was just this perfect time where women stayed home, married women stayed home, and et cetera, and there was still, I guess, plenty of segregation. Here's the thing, though. Back then, the difference between the lowest wages and the highest wages, like the owners of the companies, CEOs, what have you, that difference was a tenth of what it is now. Two of Pentacles. And that's unsustainable. That really is unsustainable. I'm not a communist. I am not. But isn't it something like from the lowest wages to the highest, it's 4,000%, or I forget. I can't remember. I'm not good at remembering numbers, but it is some insane number that's unsustainable. I'm a practical capitalist. So unsustainability. People are going to vote, and they're getting very, very tired of your ultra rich, especially the ultra rich, making the plans, not paying. And this happens after Pluto's been in Capricorn. Pluto goes into Aquarius, and to some extent, every sign, you could help remember each sign by it being a reaction to the sign before it. And because Capricorn is so much about the aristocracy and hierarchy, and what floor is your office on, the higher the better. Do you have a corner office in the skyscraper, that kind of thing. Aquarius is about equality, egalitarianism, humanitarianism, and it's like that doesn't work, and too many people are hurting, and that's this. Hermit. Wouldn't it be a shock? Wouldn't it be a real shocker if for this election cycle, the big donors, people didn't listen to them, and the people voting, because Joe Biden just says, no, I'm staying, that it's actually the voters and the people who actually decide on who becomes president, more so than ever before. Maybe it's time that you stop being listened to some extent. So, yeah. All right. Something about the 13 constellations in astrology. We still focus on the 12. I don't personally know anybody who uses 13 zodiac signs, and I don't. And I really am a Scorpio. So anyway, thank you, Pam. Thank you, Pam. All right, let's see here. Kelly Ramsey, that is a very good point. We need to pace ourselves. The election results will take some time after November 5th to count and be determined. Yes, plus the MAGA people will be interfering in all the ways. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So all right, so this was part of that. I'll just take these numbers out because we covered this. All right, so at 35:20, what do the cards reveal about for the Democratic convention in August? It's going to be a mess. This case says Joe stepping down. In all caps. Is that a breaking news story, or is that just what you're thinking? And Shauna Orr says my birthday is November 5th. Excellent, fellow Scorpio. Let's give Shauna. Do you want Biden to win, or do you want Democrats to win the election? Let's give Shauna her. Let's give her birthday present. Pamela Thien, MSNBC is announcing. Really? I would have thought my phone would be blowing up. Let's see here. Let's have a quick look at the news. Pulling up news on here. Anybody else seeing that? Biden is still sidelined with COVID, but the debate over his campaign rages on. I'm not seeing anything. Anybody seeing anything? Oh my gosh, MSNBC. Oh, well, in that case, let me pull it up. If that's where we're going. No, it's true. Hang on. MSNBC.com. Hello, dear heart. Hello, very good boy. All right, he's a good boy. Just don't drink my tea. Don't drink my tea, because then I have to stop. Oh, here we go. Maybe he will step down. Oh, all right. Then we are here. All right. Let me share. Let me get rid of this. Oh, dear. Share screen.
As of 10 minutes ago that this decision had been made. I even spoke with Keisha Lance Bottoms earlier this hour and asked her if she had an indication, and she's a senior advisor, and she had not. So what is your reaction to this news and kind of what's going to happen over the next couple of days?
Yeah. Well, first, I agreed with everything that was in the president's statement there. I think this was obviously very challenging for him. Some of us have been agitating for this move. I think we're a little bit frustrated with the amount of time that it took just because of the stakes of this election and the desire to beat Donald Trump. But recognizing also that this is tough, that it is tough for, somebody in his position to recognize, to admit that maybe, while he is up for the day-to-day rigors of the job of president, like the job of campaigning against Donald Trump is a different one altogether. And given what we saw at the debate and in the weeks since, that just didn't feel like he was up for that to the extent needed. And that was reflected in the polls.
So the question becomes,
of Democrats, those reflected
will everybody get behind
conversations that we all have with people in our lives. So I'm grateful to him that he came to that decision. I think the next steps kind of go to what we talked about in the hypothetical question in the last segment. I'm not
grateful to him.
What makes the most sense for the party? To me, I would reiterate, I do think an open process will probably lead to Vice President Harris. But, I think it would be good for the American people and for the Democrats to take this moment to get energized again, to get exciid, to hear from the vice president, maybe hear from other people about what a vision could look like, what a different contrast from Trump could look like. The last thing I'll say.
Okay, this guy can get stuffed. There is up to $100 million war chest that has been given to the Biden-Harris. That's been given to the Biden-Harris campaign. The only people who can use that money are Biden or Harris. She would only be on the ballots in quite a few states as the vice president, not the president. this idea that they're suddenly going to get rid of Biden and Harris is not going to happen. The astrology of the convention is fraught. You're so good. So let's see what Claire McCaskill has to say.
He will endorse Vice President Harris. Give us your thoughts and your immediate reaction.
Well, I still look at today with a heavy heart. I think people have been so caught up in the drama of the situation. I think the human side of this has gotten lost sometimes in the shuffle. And so I first and foremost want to say that I know how painful this has been for the president in so many different ways, and his family and his staff. And I am proud of who he is and how he has served. I think our country should be proud of who he is and how he has served. And I know that he will continue to serve us well throughout his entire term. And now
Okay, that's just talking heads. That's not giving us much information. Is someone in the chat, I'm sorry I missed it, but somebody was saying that he should step down from the presidency right now? No. No. And we do not want a, until she, I guess, would pick somebody or get somebody in. Hi. We do not want a vice president. We do not want a Vice President Mike Johnson. You're so good. You're so good. Cynthia O'Keefe, he's not going anywhere. Biden-Harris campaign chief confirms Biden is staying in the race. Kevin still just got the AP News. Sadly, he is dropping out. Oh, he's a good boy. Yes, he is. You're a good boy. Like he knew we need the little kitty. So, Pat Lyle says, so our own party is capitulating to the rich Republicans. Yep. Well, then I will say this. You know, in monarchical terms, the king is dead, long live the queen. Not that we have a monarch, but Harris for president. Period. Period. Susan, who will be VP now? I was looking at some of those names the other day in the astrology of who would get along well with Harris. We're not listening to this directly just for a minute because it's just, this isn't information. This is just, I knew back in the day, or, you know, da-da-da-da-da. So, yeah, I'll support Harris too, Luna Storm. But yeah, Harris, 2024, 100%. Oh, no, I won't register a Democrat again. No. Don't let them throw you off. Don't let them throw you off. Do not give the Trump side 1 ounce of daylight. Because if you don't vote blue, that's one more possibility for Trump to get back in. Vote blue. Vote blue. Please, please, please vote blue. All right, I need to do some readings. But his energy is so sweet. And he's so warm. All right. Old Silver says, platform, not person. Exactly. Where was that? Alana says, Harris is a great speaker. Yes. Diana says, I'm not seeing this anywhere else. Okay. T. Tenny says cards never said Biden would win, said Trump loses. That's true. Joe Laza, what if Biden still voted in at the convention? Well, we will have a look. Deb Hope, exactly. Do not desert the Dems. Vote blue. Vote blue. Oh, well. All right, let me see. Janet says the letter has been posted. Okay. All right, I'm going to need my arm back though, because my arm is going to sleep. But you're so sweet. You're such a good boy. You and your brother are so sweet. I just wish you got along with each other. Get along with everybody else, just not each other. Oh dear. All right. Hang on. We'll turn this back up for a second, and I'll get out some cards.
The price of essential drugs like insulin to millions of Americans, especially seniors. He really got just a load done, and he did it with Republican votes too. That is remarkable in this day and age. And I hope that's what he's remembered for, because I know that's what he's most proud of.
Well, we had some significant news, obviously, that just came out. The president has announced he is no longer going to seek the nomination. The Democratic Party was set to formally renominate the president at their convention, and he has made this announcement that he is going to drop out from the race. And the news, of course, comes just weeks before the Democratic Party was set to formally renominate him. We're going to end our coverage now, and we're going to pass the reins over to Katie Tur.
Oh, gosh. The Trump apologist?
With you, I'm Katie Tur. We have major breaking news right now. President Biden has decided to step out of the race for the White House. I'm going to read you the statement that he released in full. My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and in expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years.
It's okay.
Appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world.
Okay, we won't. Some people are getting really, really super, super duper upset. So let's, I'll just pause that. And blue wave, blue wave, blue wave. All right, let me pull some cards. All right, hang on. All right, now put this one here. Blue wave. Yeah, well, Katie Tur is Katie Tur. Yeah, but all right, blue wave, vote. Harris 2024. I'm in. Okay. Joyce Matthews says we can hear it from Midas Touch. Well, I'm just waiting as they go through this letter because it's just upsetting some people. All right, let's have a look. Oh, no, have hope. We're okay. All right, precious one. I need my space, dear heart. No, he's like, no, you need the energy. I'm like, okay. All right. Let's have a look. All right, Harris 2024. I'm in 100%. Oh, and wouldn't that be a metaphorical smack in the teeth to all the old-fashioned sexist, racist blankety blanks? All right, do you guys have actual news, or are you just
So much pressure building. Why now?
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to Ron Klain, the former chief of staff at the White House, just last week. He said that Biden was feeling the pressure. I think, and also said at the time that he wanted Biden to stay in. I think the reason for why now is essentially a couple of things. And obviously, one thing that's absent from that note from President Biden is his rationale for saying that he should get out of the race, but remain as president. We're going to have to wait to hear him talk a little bit more about why he made that decision. But I do think from the perspective of the Democratic Party, they were coming to a place where, for almost a month now, you've basically had chaos on the side of a party that has made its main argument against the other side. The main argument against Donald Trump is that he is chaotic, that he is unstable. And what we were seeing on the Democratic side was exactly that. So I think that undermines. I think that there was a deadline in terms of time. If they want to have a nomination process of any kind that doesn't end with.
Okay, so what I'm getting here is I'm getting a justice card. Balance, everything rebalanced. Getting the Six of Swords. All right, so Six of Swords is Harris is going to have to choose somebody. Somebody is going to have to go to be her VP. People are going to be really upset here for a bit. But honestly, yeah. Visualize 70. Everybody hold your nerve. Yeah. No, Giovanna, it's not goodbye democracy. Please don't. Oh, and everybody's crying. Oh. Folks, seriously. Aren't you going to vote? Seriously, you're going to vote, right? What difference? Seriously, what difference does it? Does this change your vote? Or are you afraid it's going to change other people's votes? Because it's really not. There's really not much that has just changed in the last since I came on. Seriously. And the right, they are going to think that they're going to stir this pot. They're going to throw everything at this they possibly can. And they are going to drag Harris through the mud. Now, as far as like Pete Buttigieg, I'd be great with that. But the reality is, I doubt they would do that. I doubt. She almost has to choose somebody she has to choose a white male. A straight white male, I should say. That's what I meant to say. They're going to go after her, and we need to speak out about equality, about voting. All right, let's have it more. All right, and I suddenly have like a cat attached to me. He doesn't usually do this and settle in. Steve Meyer says Biden has not stepped down officially. Well, there's an official letter. And okay, and someone was saying I'm done with Republicans also. Well, Harris was a part of this. And she believes in these kinds of policies. I'll change this to be Joe Biden / Kamala Harris. But if I include Donald Trump, J.D. Vance over here, this nastiness, the list gets much longer. Like J.D. Vance saying that women who are in violent marriages need to stay in their marriages. And that's just the tip of the heinous iceberg. Please vote. Vote blue. Please vote. And that's what we're going to do. And I understand if people are upset. But I this changes nothing to me. Joe's stepping down because Joe's stepping down. Can you imagine what Kamala Harris is going to, how she's going to wipe the floor with Donald Trump in the next debate? Joe Liza right on the full moon. Yep. In Capricorn. Hierarchy. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. All right. Kat Shepard, see it, absorb it, make it so. First woman president, a total refutation of Trumpism. Yes. Anne says, boy, is Pluto plowing the highway. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. And if you think that the worst people in the country were mad about Barack Obama, how about a woman of color? Quelle horreur. Please. I'm honestly, don't worry, just vote. You know what Barack Obama always said? Don't get mad, vote. Don't get upset, vote. All right. Oh yeah, on the right, they're going to run with this. And they are going to treat her horribly. Surprise. They're going to get mad that she dances. They're going to get mad at her shoes. They're going to get mad at, oh, no worries, Giovanna, it's okay. They're going to be mad over the dumbest stuff to try and hide their racism. But we can see you. We see you. And again, throw everything they've got at this. We brought down Biden, they're going to say. We brought down Biden, and now we're going to bring down Harris, and we're going to win. No, you're not. You are going to walk away because we're not putting up with this garbage. And whenever Biden, at any point, if Biden decided to step down, okay, that's his right. That's his right. So, Jen K says Shapiro will almost definitely be on the ticket. Maybe. I was looking at the astrology of like who she would get along with, but Steve Keith says again, she's not running. Who's not running? Lewis says President Harris. I like the sound of it. Haven't we had one? Whoops. President Harris. No, not there's a no. There William Henry Harrison. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah, we've had a Harrison. That's who I was thinking of. Well, now we'll have a Harris. Exactly, Valerie. I know we're disappointed. We defended Joe for so long, but we're going to get our first female president. How exciting is that? How exciting is that? Vicky is saying Biden just didn't beat Harris. Good. Good. And Package says it won't be a female VP. I would be very surprised. Honestly, I would be very surprised. I do think it's going to, they're going to find the straightest, whitest man they can find. Yes, Johnny, that's what we're talking about. Terrence is saying Gretchen is a good one. Cynthia O'Keefe says she's not running. Who is not running, Cynthia? I keep seeing she, but who are you talking about? I'm not sick of the Dems. I'm honestly not. This is politics. They just vote blue. Blue wave, vote. Blue wave. Blue wave. Madam President Harris. Yes, Mrs. Katura. Love it. Harris isn't running? According to whom? Susan says MSNBC said something about Harris not running. Biden endorses VP Harris after exiting. Okay, so one thing I highly recommend. We have positive change. Hello, Lori. Oh my gosh, the video where you and Lisa and Denise were talking about JD Vance. I was like, I don't have enough tea. I have a mug this size and I don't have enough tea about that video. And here's the thing. We're going to be okay. And we're going to get our first female president if we vote. About time. Stick Supreme Court, stick that in your craw. Yep. So if you are upset, don't watch the news. Give it almost like a week. Melissa Gerber says one reader saw both candidates replaced in the general election. There are a lot of readers, and I've heard a lot of different things from a lot of different readers. Serena says, keep breathing, we'll be okay. Yes. Yes. If you're upset, don't watch the news. Harris 2024. I'll make some graphics tomorrow. Okay. All right. And Melissa Gerber says the energies are so chaotic. Yes. Yes, they are. But this too shall pass. The astrology is a mess right now, but that's okay. Oh, Janet, thank you for being here. Thank you. And thank you. That helps a lot. It really does. Well, we're going to get the same. We're just shifting gears. That's all this is. We're just shifting gears because they're going to throw every stupid thing at this. But I keep getting this. Okay, we're going to get this chaos, but then I get this big old justice card. And this is not what I was getting before about like a rebalance in the party or anything like that. This is the legal stuff that's coming, and perhaps some funding to Donald drying up a little bit. Right now, he's going to get extra money. And right now, because there are going to be people who are going to be, trust me, you think you're upset? You think you're worried? Imagine what the people on the right are going, the racist, sexist, misogynistic, blankety blanks on the right are feeling right now. Oh my gosh. Oh, a woman of color as the president. Sell the house and send the money to Trump. Really? Because you're going to be homeless. Good thing that Harris will be president, because you might actually get some help then. Because she'll help the homeless. So, oh, the kitty, eat that little noise you're hearing. He sees a bird outside. They're doing that noise they make. There's my 70. Is Uranus having a dance? Oh yeah, Uranus is still conjunct Agile. and will be for a while. Oh my gosh, it's a lovely day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine?
Hello.
Would you be mine?
Hello, my lovelies.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm okay. I just wanted to make sure everybody was okay and we were breathing and,
Yeah. Quiet Breezy, thank you so much.
It's so sweet.
Thank you. We're going to have our first female president.
Heck
We just have
yeah.
to go out and vote blue. It's going to be glorious. I was just saying, can you imagine how the racist, sexist blankety blanks on the far right are like freaking out right now?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
All of my savings, give it to Donald Trump. You're still going to lose. He's still going to lose.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, let me see. People are asking about an potentially open convention at 10610. It's your day off. It's very sweet of you to drop by.
It is my day off, but I mean, I just want to make sure you guys are good because you all are very, 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 very important to me. So, Carol, honey, I know it's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. Biden endorsed Kamala, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad I kept my buying merch kept getting put off. So as soon as there is a Harris something sweatshirt, hat,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in. Harris 2024.
Absolutely.
Statue of Liberty is a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she is. And we're going to be okay. I know right now it seems very, very just, and the energy is wild and crazy. And it's hard not to give in to that instinct to run outside with our hair on fire and yell, we're screwed, but use a different expletive. But we're not. It's going to be okay. Joe would not have just done this if he wasn't for sure that it was going to be okay.
That's true.
Joe's not just going to be like, yeet us, delete us to all of us and be like, deuces, I'm out. That's just not how Papa Biden rolls.
No. Michelle, where was it? Where did it go?
Yes, Janet, this is very yuckadoo energy. This is true.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be okay.
Michelle,
Mm-hmm.
who I worry about, because I want you to rest. But Justice is also a woman. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sonia's not going to let a woman win. Look what happened to Hillary. We're going to vote.
I think that also, let's be real here.
Mm-hmm.
That also had to do a lot with who Hillary is. Not that there's anything wrong with Hillary, but there are certain Hillary could be very polarizing in a way that Harris is not. She is for the race thing, but for different reasons. Hillary had a lot of things not bad. I love Hillary.
Yeah, I voted.
Okay. Yes,
I voted for Hillary.
So did I. But Hillary had a lot of Clinton baggage with her that was hard to shake off.
Yeah.
And Harris does not have that.
Yeah.
Harris has an amazing record as a senator, a fabulous record as a vice president.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, we'll get Doug as first gentleman.
Yes.
I'm down with this.
We love Doug.
Yes, we are very much Team Doug. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. As far as an open convention, here's the thing. Meg, thank you for becoming a member.
Yes.
There is, if, like I said, if this is upsetting you, just walk away from the news for like a week, for
Mhm.
almost a week. You can always come back here. I'll give it to you in
Yes.
little bits. But seriously, just turn it off. Go read a book. Go
Mhm.
outside. Go do your thing. Because it's going to take a while for the dust to settle.
Mhm.
And in the meantime, the media is there's going to be a lot of clickbait and scare tactics, and
Mhm.
it's, of course, to them it has to be the end of the world, or so they can get ratings.
Yeah, exactly. Mhm.
Yeah. I'm here to tell you, blue wave if we vote. Blue wave if we vote.
Mhm.
Doug is first gentleman. Yes.
Also,
Mhm.
keep this in mind, folks. I was thinking about this on the way out here. People are looking to us now. Okay, people are looking at Dems right now to see
Mhm.
our reaction.
Mhm.
The right wants us to be freaking out so they can pounce on it. Now, in the privacy of your own home, do whatever you need to do.
Mhm.
Take your moment, feel what you need to feel, and do what you need to do. But I'm telling you that outwardly, we need to be calm, cool, and collected. We need to show them that, okay, we know, and it's but we still got this. It's not over. Because the second that they see us going, oh, they're gonna pounce. And that's and anybody, because there are going to be some that are going to be wary now of how they're going to vote. So we need to show them that it's cool. We've got this. Everything is under control.
Mhm.
And it is.
Yeah.
Everything is under control. Harris has this.
Yep.
We need to be able to show that it's going to be okay. And we need to speak positivity out there, because if we start freaking out, and I'm not talking, again, right now in the privacy of your own home, have your moment. Do your thing.
Feel your feelings. We're big on emotional intelligence around here. Everybody needs to, your feelings are valid,
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
but don't let them take over you nonstop.
Right.
But feel your feelings, acknowledge your feelings, but also breathe and don't stay there.
Mhm.
Now, you also have a new job. Okay? We all have a new job, and that is the racist blankety blanks. This is my cart. I don't often use the word hate, but I absolutely hate that I have a white supremacy card.
Mm.
That makes me crazy. Ick. It's a sun card. It's supposed to be lovely. It's not and sometimes in that case, they are going to throw everything you can possibly think of. She is, I mean, they are going to every last little thing, and of course none of it's going to be her race. Oh, no.
Oh no.
It's this decision and that decision and and this and this and this and this and this, and some of them are going to be thinking, this is great, we are so gonna win.
Mhm.
But what are the cards I keep getting? Because I keep getting this, whatever's going on over here with the Democrats, and then what do I get day after day? That's the Queen of Cups. That's Harris. That's her watching the TV. And I get, this is either like a Jack Smith,
Mhm.
could also be the people counting the votes.
Mhm.
Does she look upset?
No.
No, she's good.
Mhm.
So, Ratu says, I bet she has a really good plan. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So, all right, we just have to shift gears. That's all this is. I don't know how many of you can drive a stick.
It's been a minute, but it's like riding a bike apparently. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved my stick shift. I loved that car.
Mhm.
but it was that poor car. Poor Sarah saw me, the time I had to spend, the times I had to take apart the dashboard. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it turned into a giant electrical gremlin on 4 wheels.
Yeah.
But I loved that car. It was an 89. it was 25 years old when I got it. Anyway, someone said that they're stalling on the hills. I understand. Please do not vote for Williamson. Williamson is out for Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
And what they did absolutely with Hillary is they got everybody to try to vote for alternate candidates.
And we see how it turned out.
We see how that turned out. Gloria says, boy, astrologers are wrong. Which ones? There have been a lot of readers, there have been a lot of astrologers saying a lot of different things. And all any of us can do is look at the energy, either of the what's going on with the planets or in the energy, in the collective energy in the cards. So we do the best we can. One thing I can say is that we're usually most astrologers I've known are right because you can see when we're in the sea of energy, and astrology is really, really good at being able to spot when there's an energetic storm. There are big, nasty currents coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you batten down the hatches. And you go, okay, so stay in. I'll read a book. I'll hang out with the kitty. He's being very clingy today. And
he can feel what's up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we'll make it through. So Williamson is running. Unfortunately, I hate to say that about somebody who's, fellow-ish new age believer, but it's all about her ego. But anyway. So.
But we've got this, and we're all together.
Yeah.
So. Oh, Giovanna, Joe's going to be fine.
Oh yeah.
Joe has, like I was saying the other day, Joe has gone above and beyond for all of us, for this country, for years and years and years. And so, like I said the other day, if he's decided that it's time to take a rest, it is well deserved. But he wouldn't do that without making sure that we were going to be okay. He wouldn't do that and then endorse Harris unless he was 1,000% that not only could she do the job well, but that she could win. Yep. And he and Obama and everybody are going to put everything they have into making this happen.
Yep. And so are we.
Yes.
Thank you, Amaji. Thank you. It really helps.
Y'all are so awesome. And we're going to be okay.
We are.
So it's a Sunday. So we're just going to take the rest of the day. Just be with our feelings for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be all right.
And then tomorrow, I'm going to be right back here. Susie Buckingham says, I want Bootylicious, but it'll never happen at this time. I love
it's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. But oh, Gloria, no, breathe, my friends, breathe. There's a kitty. There's a very sweet kitty. Yes, he is a good boy. He is a good boy. Aw. So, he's great, but it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
So, the astrology around the convention is a little bit fraught. It just is.
Yeah.
But they're going to end up picking a Democrat. And as long as we vote, we're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it comes down to. So this afternoon, I should be working on my website, but in fact, I'm going to at least make one nice Harris 2024 graphic. I'll put it up on the community page. Oh, thank you, Cat Mom. Thank you. Giovanna, do we have another primary? I think it's too late.
No, and legally, Harris was on the ticket. Harris counts.
So
Just
she can. So she has access to that $100 million.
100 plus, yes, because they raised 91 in May alone.
Nice.
So, and that's Biden-Harris money. That's not DNC money. So only Biden and or Harris could touch that.
Right.
So, I mean,
and thank you, Lori.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no. You're good. You're good.
Okay. Well, JJ says this isn't a bad thing. Joe only came out of retirement to save us, and he has.
That's right.
Yes. Yes.
Kristen, honey, I see you, but right now the last person who I care to hear from is the Orange Menace. I have.
Oh. Yeah.
I care not. I mean, thank you for letting us know, but I could care so much less and less.
Tomorrow, like first thing, I really, really want to look at if Kamala Harris will wipe the floor with Trump during the next debate.
Oh, because we all know he hates being served, especially by a woman, especially by a Black woman. Oh.
And she was a prosecutor.
Oh. It's been a minute since we've seen Miss Harris whooping somebody's tail from the Senate. So it'll be nice. I'm sure she's got some pent up things she would like to speak on.
And think of it this way. It's perfect. She was a prosecutor. He has 34 felony convictions. It's perfect.
Yes.
And multi-scotted, yes. Joe is he is a lovely man. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But anyway. All right. So are you going to be okay? Because I'm going to worry about you. Oh yeah, that would be glorious. So Linda H, can you imagine Pete debating Vance? That would be awesome. I would pay money to see that. But all right. And like I said, I've got some, we've been looking at some of the astrology. We'll continue to do that. We're going to vote. We can still vote. We're going to vote blue.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to smoke. We're going to metaphorically smoke the Republicans to the absolute tippy top of our abilities.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, are you? So just hang in there. I'm going to worry about you. I have a Cancer moon. I'm going to worry about you, and I want you to be okay. And I really do think we're going to be okay. All right. So, I will be back tomorrow at 3:00. I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. This poor woman is going to return to her lovely day off. I'm hoping it's been a good day. Yes.
Oh, I love you too, Linda. All right.
All right. So hang in there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. We're just okay. Boo was checking stuff out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Take care. Julie Jones and a new 47. Yes, Harris 47. I love this. All right. So take care, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Oh, you're not alone.
That's right.
We are in this together. There are good days ahead.
Yes.